Thank you for allowing me to talk with you about the work that we have been doing to transform our school libraries. This year we are focusing on 2 action steps within goal number 1 of KUSD's transformation plan. We are transforming school libraries into learning commons in all buildings and are addressing the need to expand hours to ensure equal technology access for all students beyond the school day. We plan to do this by transforming our philosophy of how school libraries are used, how they look, and how they are supported by staff. What exactly is a learning commons? Utilizing this definition by David Lurcher, we are focusing on collaborative spaces and the library being the learning hub within the school community. While watching this video introduction, you will learn that the origins of the learning commons comes from universities and it applies itself to school library environments very well.
A learning commons is sometimes described as a community gathering space that brings together programs, services, and technology to support student academic success.
Learning Commons, in my mind, is a really exciting space. It's a space that's both physical and virtual. It combines the collaborative richness of a library with the technology-laden richness of a technology lab.
A learning commons really feels like it belongs to everybody. Learning commons develops community.
The Chapman Learning Commons has been packed with students almost full-time since we opened in 2002. The Learning Commons is meant to support a variety of learning activities that could be writing support, tutoring, technology help, and workshops, and it often blends face-to-face and online learning activities. This space typically includes a lot of computers with multimedia software. It would have group study space, movable furniture.
We really look at not just providing services, but providing services in the context of the student experience. We will look at the hills and valleys for a student. If they're in the bulk of midterms, we think about what support resources do we have to provide. If it's a stressful period, what does that do to influence our programming?
Learning Commons programs and services are driven by student needs. And in the Chapman Learning Commons, that means that we're not just programming for students, we're actually involving students in the decision-making process.
Learning Commons are key in changing the educational approach in high schools. There's been a lot of talk around 21st century learning, a lot of writing about where we have to move from a content-based to a process-based approach to education, to a delivery system that emphasizes skills that are collaborative in nature, that help kids become better critical thinkers and access the skills they'll need for the 21st century. The Learning Commons is a place where this can happen. It's a space that's unique in the sense that it is facilitated by a librarian who's more of a learning coach and a knowledge broker. Anything that has to do with learning really has to find its starting point from the librarian within that library. The key about the Learning Commons, it really emphasizes that no child is alike, that everyone is going to learn differently at different rates.
I would see Learning Commons just to continue to evolve in response to advances in technology and in response to student needs.
The evolution is for more and more student involvement and input in shaping their learning experience. So being open to creating that experience for students.
The most successful aspect of a Learning Commons is an emphasis, a focus, and appreciation upon an inquiry-based approach to learning, not only to learning, but to life.
Education is changing because we have a lot more freedom in discovering our own answers and making our own questions. A Learning Commons allows us to meet with the people we wish to meet with in an area that provides us with the tools to find the answers.
21st century learners are mentioned several times in the video. As you can see from this definition, these learners require more than the traditional approach to learning in the library. They are comfortable with technology. They are creative and expressive and social. A committee of library media teachers from elementary, middle, and high school levels decided that there are 5 core values that should be present in our Learning Commons. These values encourage students to transform from passive learning into active, personalized learning. With the help of several KUSD librarians, the following pictures illustrate these 5 core values, starting here with inquiry. Here's an example of research in small groups with iPads and a research guide. Many of our libraries already exhibit pieces of a Learning Commons, and we see these values happening at the same time in our libraries. The third value is collaboration, sharing their findings and ideas. Presentation with an iPad and a Promethean board. And reflection with active expressions. What is this new 21st century librarian? We define it as one who supports personalized learning, integrates learning activities, and embeds information and technology literacy skills within each grade level. 21st librarians also lead professional development, model technology integration, collaborate with teachers, and support e-learning, e-school, and asynchronous learning. There are ways to transform our libraries into Learning Commons with little to no cost. A Learning Commons is really a shift or an update in our philosophy that enhances our programs and services. We are utilizing the existing and incoming technology, physical space, and furniture to identify maker spaces. Our elementary libraries have started identifying maker spaces such as a stage for plays and poetry readings that doubles as the background for the Promethean board, or individual workspaces at the end of a bookshelf. At the middle school level, you will see multiple spaces that are flexible, identified for its multiple purposes, and able to be scheduled by staff for classes, small groups, professional development, and so on. In the middle school Learning Commons, you will see inquiry and research using computers and iPads. You will see reading clubs taking place before and after school hours. At home, students independently practice research skills by accessing databases and effectively searching the internet, then applying their findings to class discussions the next day. At the high school level, there should be maker spaces for computer work and research, a classroom area, and a reading and community area that includes college and career displays and materials. In our reading area, 2 of our high schools have organized their fiction similar to a Barnes & Noble into genres to encourage browsing and finding books to read by interest rather than the Dewey system. Genre shelving has generated a lot of interest in our middle and elementary schools as well. What have we been studying? David Leuchter describes a Learning Commons as the laboratory where staff learn and develop their skills in embedding technology to boost learning and achievement. This book, The Learning Commons, contains 7 themed steps to transform our libraries. Every month we will focus on a goal outlined in each of the 7 chapters. A Learning Commons is an evolving process, always with the personalized needs of students and staff as priority number 1.
Hello, scholars. Look at your grades. Now look at mine. Now back at your grades. Now back to mine. Sadly, they're not like mine. But if you stop studying in a cave and started studying like me, they could be like mine. Look at your shirt. Now back at mine. Look down, back up. Where are you? You're in the library with the man your grades could be like. Did you know that 8 out of 5 dentists say that studying in the library is 6 bajillion times more effective than studying in your shower? Close your eyes. Now open your eyes. Where are you? You're in a beautifully quiet place where you can study. Look at your hand. Now back to me. I have it. It's a laptop with access to bucketloads of library databases. Look again. The laptop is now a celestial sandwich here in the snack zone. Anything is possible when you're in the library. I'm on a card. Yeah!
Thank you for listening today. If you have any questions, please contact me at my contact information on the screen.